Hello guys, my name is Dhruvil A. Today about my topic is the night, the night of that changed my life. In 1980, I graduated from law school and thought I'd be a lawyer for for the rest of my life. After all, that's what I wanted to do since my early things here. At first, everything went according to plan. After lots of studying that summer, I passed the bar examination and was admitted to practice law in New York. My personal life was also on the upswing. Upswinging in early 1981. I married Dollars, a law school classmate. I was on my way to much success and happiness, or so I thought. But after practicing law for 5 years, realized I wasn't happy at all. Sure, there were something I like about being a lawyer. I enjoy helping people resolve their disputes, espe- especially when I could save them the agency of length court proceeding. Yet there were so many things about being an attraction that I dislike, and they just seem to drain the life out out of me. Mounds and mounds of tradition paperwork and motion to be filled constant daily and postpone postpone postponement. I was not uncommon for a trial to be postponed 10 times. I dread going to work. I continue to grind out the work, but gray more and more dystopic. As an attorney, I was frustrated and very disappeared. To, to put in bluntly, I did not like my life and saw no way that things were going to improve. Have you ever had a job where you dread going to work most day, where you felt the weight of the world on your on shoulder each day? Well, that's how I felt. I was literally hunched over and in pain both physically and emotionally. I looked much older than my years. I begin to get headaches all the time, and my settlements was constantly fearing that I had some seriously health problem. I saw some doctors and they ordered a battery of tests. Every test come back with the same result. They could not find anything physically wrong with me. One of the doctors suggested that I take Malox and Malaxo to calm my upset stomach. Spiritually, spiritually, I was did nothing in my life. Had much, had much meaning. This day, today, was also affecting my appetites. Although I was in my late 20 seconds, I looked like I was 14. In the early part of 1985, shortly after I had turned 13, 30-year-old, I was burned out, and one particular evening, while sitting alone in my den, I knew that something had to change. Not knowledging what do you, I simply said out loud. Help comes from unlucky source. Later that night, I was watching TV in the den. It was around 1:30 a.m. and my life Dorals had already gone to bed. But I was feeling so down I could not sleep. I can channel surfeit looking for something to occupy my time. I turned into of all things and information. Normally I would have changed that the channel in fran- fr- frustration of a second, but for the reason I listened the proudly begin I was called the mental bank. Uh, mental bank was an annex to actress Florence Henson's of Brainy Bunch. Frame. The mental bank was home study course that explained how everything we achieve in life is based upon our subconscious belief. I felt desperate at that point that I decided to go for. I pulled out my credit card and ordered that program that night. In my den was the turning point of my life. Either way, when I sleepily told Dorals what I had done a day or two later, she was shocked. You did what? She asked immediately. Not that she objected to the process. It was just so out of characters 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 for me to be buy some something like on an application and browse it from a TV impartial. Several days later, the mental bank program arrived at my doorstep, and I was frustrated and excited to begin learning how our thoughts determines the quality quality of our lives. Prior to that time, I had never had these ideas. Unfortunately, they don't teach you this stuff in school. The mental bank program surprised me to seek out others motivational research. I began to read books by Napoleon Hills or Mondino, Norman Hensles, and Robert Shellier. I started reading the Bibles on a regular basis, and I agree listen to inspiring audio programs by Gildar, Early Nightingales, Jim, Rohan Bob Protect, and many others. I felt like a person who had a wonder for a day and yesterday with a purchase through an them suddenly found a stream of water. No, I cannot tell you that everything in my life changed overnight because did not happen that way, but from the moment I began to change from a negative attitude to a positive attitude, I started to get significant rules. I felt better, I had more energy, and I started to achieve goals that could not that I would never have accomplished before, all because of a change in my attitude. I am also happy to report that when people now ask how old I am and I say 57, the invariable reply, you look much younger. It's all in the